When your consultation looks and sounds like this, you can get to the heart of what really matters. If your consultation feels like this, then building rapport with people, concentrating on what each other is saying, and encouraging openness are even harder. We have some great quick tips that you can use for your remote consultations without the need of any expensive technical equipment. And your patients will feel more comfortable communicating with you. Let's put this down here. You wouldn't talk down to your patients, so make sure you're not towering over them remotely. Ensure your camera's in the right place. Try to think of the camera as your patient's eyes, and keep the camera at a similar height to your own eye line. This will make for a more even exchange. You can use those old medical textbooks to assist you, or a cheap tripod or clamp. Positioning the patient's video and your notes on screen can make a big difference to the patient's consultation experience. The camera lens is like the patient's eyes, but we don't want to look at a lens. We want to be mostly looking at the patient on screen so we can see them properly and react to them. If we position the patient video far away from the camera lens on the edge of the screen, it means we're not looking at each other, and our eyes and the patient's eyes are looking in totally different directions. It makes the patient feel like you're distracted and reduces rapport. Even though you're really looking at them, it doesn't feel that way. The trick for healthcare professionals is to position the patient's video window somewhere near the camera lens. It helps people feel that you are maintaining eye contact, whilst you are also able to look at their face and their reactions. If you find it distracting to have your own face looming large on the screen, then you can usually change your options to only see the patient. If you are a big computer note taker, consider the position of your notes document too, as this impacts your eye line. Keeping the document near the patient's video can make it less jarring to switch from one to another. Do you know where the microphone is on your computer? Being nearer the microphone ensures that it doesn't amplify all the other noises in your room. Without headphones, when the patient tries to talk, it emerges from your speaker, creating a sound that then feeds back into the computer microphone and can make for awkward cross-talking.
Yeah, it's just so itchy. Sorry.
That's okay, no, sorry about that. I was just saying, is it painful at all?
If you have headphones in, the patient can feel freer to speak at any time, knowing there is less likely to be that awkward "whose turn is it to speak next" moment. Many headphones come with a little microphone. As it's so close to your mouth, it's a really good way to be heard clearly. It's much less likely to pick up the noise from a busy clinic around you. Similarly, you could suggest headphones to your patients if the setup isn't working. If the background noise in your environment is particularly bad, you can mute yourself while the person is talking to you. This will make for a much clearer conversation and allow the person to feel that they can speak without interruption or distraction. Make sure you give facial feedback if you are muted, by nodding, giving encouragement. Soft light from a window is best, perhaps with a table lamp to make your face easier to see. Lighting from the side is much better than lighting from behind, which can make you look like an anonymous source in a news feature. You just want people to be able to see your facial reactions and feel welcomed into the conversation. When you start your next video call, do a check-in to make sure your setup is working. Hi there, can you hear me okay? Test your setup with each other. Your colleagues will be able to point out things about your room or your microphone or your technical setup that are distracting or not working. There is so much we can do to improve how we communicate digitally with one another. Whether it's a patient or in a meeting, it's really worth testing out your digital environment and making sure it works well for you and your patients.